searching for a deeper meaning. Enhancing critical thinking through the analysis of symbolism in literature. Being human comes with great responsibility. Like all creatures on this earth, we are tasked with the care of ourselves and those around us. How or if we submit to this role is a personal choice that is not always a simple one to make. Decision-making can become even more difficult when we lack the ability to think critically. This ability to objectively analyze and evaluate an issue or situation can give a clearer view of the world around us while helping to provide answers. It is well known that the study of math and science can provide aid to the development of critical thinking habits that foster reasoning and problem-solving. However, the practice of memorization and repetition can prove inadequate under many circumstances that require flexible thinking instead of rigid formulas and procedures. While the analysis of symbolism in literature is often overlooked as a tool for the development of effective critical thinking, it can actually enhance the skill while aiding in the ability to better understand the world around us. It provides the flexibility that is not found in math and science. What is symbolism in literature? It can be defined as the use of words, figures, objects, or situations to represent hidden meanings within a literary work. Examples of symbolism can be seen in many literary works. And similar symbols can hold different meanings for different stories. Such is the case with The Color Purple by Alice Walker and Ovid's telling of the myth of Philomela. Although these two stories parallel one another, they use the same symbol to illustrate opposing morals. This concept demonstrates the flexibility of symbolism in literature as a tool for developing critical thinking. In both stories, the act of sewing by the female protagonists appear to symbolize an alternative form of communication. Both women have been raped and silenced by their attackers. In Walker's novel, Sally finds her voice through sewing and is ultimately able to heal and find peace. While in Ovid's tale, Philomela uses sewing to plot the revenge that results in tragedy for everyone involved. Obviously, one author has used this symbol as a sign of hope, while the other has taken that same symbol and used it as a cautionary tale. So, why is this concept important to the development of critical thinking? To answer that question, let's take a closer look at critical thinking itself. Balin et al. States that there are two main theories on the way that critical thinking is conducted. One is process and the other is procedure. As a process, critical thinking is believed to include the following steps: classification, or the categorization of information; inferring, the process of reasoning; observation, the gathering of information; evaluation, assessing of the available information; synthesizing, the combining of ideas to form a theory; and hypothesizing, or the formation of a theory. As a procedure, critical thinking is thought to include the following steps: defining the dilemma, identification of the problem; examining electives, looking for possible solutions; consider consequences, or decide on possible outcomes of a given solution; investigate importance, what does this solution mean and are there any preferences or biases to the outcome; decide direction, course of action; and evaluate ends, what was the result? How does the ability to analyze and understand symbolism in literature enhance critical thinking skills? In the quest to discover how the ability to analyze and understand symbolism in literature can enhance critical thinking, what was discovered is that the two seemingly go hand in hand, one helping the other and vice versa. The ability to analyze something objectively and to evaluate it for meaning still takes a certain level of critical thinking. Also, critical thinking can be learned and sharpened through the analysis of symbolism in literature. The two work together because analyzing symbolism in literature helps foster critical thinking as both a process and a procedure by engaging three important elements. It promotes the need for inquiry to discover hidden meaning, the need for problem solving, and decision making. How does the ability to analyze and understand symbolism in literature aid in the development of a clearer understanding of the world around us? As previously defined, critical thinking requires an objective approach to evaluation. Therefore, we learn to put aside our own biases to find a deeper meaning. Although math and science may be considered important elements to the ability to think critically, they are often based on formulas and rigid procedures from which to derive answers. Due to the variety of scenarios on which to reflect and learn, critical thinking through literary symbolism allows for autonomous interpretation that leads to the understanding of various perspectives. In turn, this shapes attributes of open-mindedness and self-possession. These types of thinking can easily apply to daily life, giving a person a clearer understanding of not only the world around them but themselves as well. In conclusion, when an individual is able to understand how symbolism is used in writing, they are more likely to employ these strategies to create opportunities to assign deeper meaning, and create interesting connections to concepts and ideas in their daily lives.